Hi guys, back again with another video. Today happens to be the first day of Pennsylvania's early muzzleloader season. This is the season where you're allowed to use an inline. As you can probably tell, it's pretty windy and it's raining. Not the best kind of weather I like to hunt in. We're set up here in a tree stand. We're going to sit back here and we're going to see if we can get us a deer with the muzzleloader today. Alright guys, we sat it out in the tree stand this morning for a few hours. I did see a couple deer, one buck which you'll see on the video there. Saw a couple deer, wasn't sure what they were. They were by themselves, so I'm just assuming they may have been a buck. I only seen a glimpse here and there through the brush and that's all I seen. But we're in a different area now. This is the same place I was archery hunting the first day now. It's a public hunting area. So we're going to do a little bit of still hunting. There's a lot of these hiking trails in here. We're just going to slowly walk around on these trails, maybe sit for a little bit. Hopefully we'll see something here by evening. We're set up in that same area where I was last year on the first day where I got that deer with the muzzleloader. I got my camera set up on the muzzleloader. We're hunting off the ground today. So it's early morning here. It's about to break daylight. So we're going to set up here for a little while. We may move around a little bit later. So we're going to see what happens. Well guys, I just shot a coyote a couple minutes ago. I turned the camera on. I don't know what happened. With the recoil, it closed up the thing and it knocked the battery off the camera. And when I checked for it, I looked for it, the video wasn't on there. But I just got myself a coyote. But we're still going to sit it out here and see if we can get us a deer with the muzzleloader. Well guys, I have to say I'm pretty disappointed this morning. Earlier this morning I shot at a coyote, and right when I shot, the battery come off my camera. I had the camera mounted on top of my scope. So for whatever reason it didn't save the footage because the battery came out. Well, I just shot a deer and the same thing happened with the deer. And I would have had some pretty good footage because there was a very large 8-point with this deer. This happened to be a buck again. I thought it was a doe. But I left the camera roll for a while to get some footage of that 8-point. And it was kind of pushing this thing around, which I thought it was a doe. So I had to shoot over top of the buck's back to take this deer. And when I checked it, the same thing happened. When I shot, the battery came off the camera again. And for whatever reason, it just took a couple seconds of footage. And that's all it saved. So kind of disappointing when that happens because I would have had some pretty good video, but I guess that's the way it goes with hunting. But anyways, I got my deer with the inline muzzleloader. This happens to be Monday. This is the second day of the season. So what I got to do, this is the same area I hunted last year. And I noticed there wasn't any squirrels. I didn't notice much of anything except the coyote and a couple deer. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But anyways, I got myself a coyote and a deer. Take a look at the coyote here in a little bit. Well, this is my first coyote I ever got. Unfortunately, I didn't get footage of this, like I said when I talked about the deer. I had the camera mounted on my scope, and when I shot, the battery come off the camera, and for whatever reason, I guess it doesn't save the footage if the battery comes off, sudden shut off or something. I use a Sony Handicam for a lot of this because I can zoom in, and that way it makes the whatever you're aiming at looks a little bit closer. When I use the GoPro, it doesn't zoom in enough. But anyways, I got a coyote. It's a young male. But what happened was, first thing in the morning, I heard the leaves. I heard something running, and I seen this thing come running down through. I think what happened was, I think it caught my trail on the way in, because it was tracking just where I walked. Had its nose to the ground, was following up where I was. But I've seen several of these in this area before. I missed one with the bow a couple years ago, but this is the first one I ever got, and I got it with my inline muzzleloader. Well, anyways, sorry I didn't get good footage, but thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe.